mean, definitely a lot of improvement. I think we learned from each game, but we know what we're capable of. We've been in ups. There's going to be ups and downs throughout the season. It's 82 games. Like, no one's always on the high. I think right now we're just going through it. But we're playing hard. That's the thing. We're playing hard. It's not like we're quitting out there. I mean, coach like to see how hard we play throughout the game. It is what it is.
You guys are still fifth in three-point defense in the league. I know you didn't play last game when Boston made 10 of 15 in the fourth, and then New York lights out. Is it just a matter of sometimes the other team's shots go in, or is there something you're not doing to contest as well as you did earlier in the year?
I think they get comfortable in the beginning of the game. I think when you get comfortable and you kind of let them get open threes or threes that we should contest, and they hit one, you kind of get confidence. Just like the beginning of the game, you get confidence. It's kind of hard to stop any of those guys, because they're really good players. So I think that we got to start the beginning of the game and not making them comfortable. Make that first shot like a hard one or a tough one, a contested three, or even just run them off the three-point line and then kind of just live with the results from there and trust our teammates to help us on the backside. So I think we just got to stop letting teams get comfortable in the beginning.
You never back off challenges, but when Jalen gets on a heater like tonight, what's that like trying to slow him down if you can?
Yeah, it's tough. He's one of the hardest players to guard in our league. I've been said this, especially when he gets going. Hitting tough shots. You kind of got to live with it a little bit. Because you can't really do anything. You can't really stop it, so you got to just try to make it hard for him. But he had a really good night tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Sure.
You want to get these numbers and these performances and victories. So for you, what's it like to put together the night you had, but then for the team to come up short again? Where does that sort of leave you?
I'm trying to, impact the game and win that way. So I'm not putting up the numbers for my own looks. I'm trying to put them up so we can get some points on the boards, and especially with the rebound, so we can come up with the win. But these didn't turn out that way.
Your comfort at the three-point line, do you feel it's flowing in the offense? Just take us through all the three-pointers you made the last two games.
I feel like it's through the flow of the game, through the offense. When I feel comfortable with letting it go. It's just time decisions, making that decision when it's the right time.
Coach said from the start of the season, whether it's scoring or not, the one thing you can do is rebound relentlessly, and you've done that, especially with the 20 tonight. How much of an effort and focus is that for you to take care of that?
That's the main priority, is to go out there, get the rebounds, and like I said, the points is going to come throughout the floor of the game.
Coach said before the game, this is our lineup. Kel'el's going to be out there. You got to learn to guard Josh Hart. You're going to have to learn to defend on the wing. How did you feel out there guarding your perimeter guy at the start?
I feel good. Just with the more reps, I'm going to get it down, get used to, just knowing how far I can be from a guy, and, just figuring out my length better, guarding the perimeter.
He's lost 7 of 8, but Coach says he feels strides are being made towards something better. Do you feel that also, that some good things are also happening?
I just feel like, we got to, be a little bit more intentional with certain things, and I feel like we'll be able to come out with more wins in the future.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Guys have lost 7 of 8. Coach said he still sees good things in pockets and along the way. So I guess it's always the same thing. How do you translate the good things into better things?
We got to extend the good things. It's not even translating or doing something different. Like, we have good stretches and runs, but we got to learn and understand and see how we can extend those 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes into 24 minutes, into 36. We got to figure out how to continue to extend and keep the game working in our favor. I think that's what Coach means. He sees great things, but it only happens, for a couple minutes throughout the courses of games. And we need to figure out how to extend those into longer stretches, and that's when we can start. When we have the lead, we can continue to build the league. Obviously, teams are really good and they're going to go on their runs, but if we continue to work the game and find the shots and those moments, those swing moments, those skirmishes he likes to call, and we're able to win those throughout the course of the games, and we'll be able to start winning these games.
You guys are still 5th best in the league in three-point defense, but Boston was 10 of 15 in the fourth quarter the other day. The Knicks were lights out tonight. Is it just a case of other teams getting hot, or are you not getting to shooters?
No, that's us. The Boston game, you break down and watch the film, you know, everybody's like, oh, they just got hot, but they took advantage of our glitches, our miscommunications on switches. You know, the first half we did a really great job getting them in the mud, taking them off the three-point line, making their three-point shots tough, and then I said the last 15 minutes of that game, our miscues and miscommunications and switches on defense in that Boston game opened up the threes for them, and then it got hot. They burned us on every one of those miscommunications on defense. And then this game, you know, I thought we did a pretty good job, and then not getting back in transition or locating Bridges in transition. He got a lot of wide open shots there. So, I mean, it's honestly us and being more mentally locked in and knowing guys' tendencies and what they like to do. I thought we did a good job of battling back and, you know, hanging in there and making it a game when they got hot. But, yeah, we just got to, you know, put a full, complete game together offensively and defensively. It's easier sitting here saying it, but we got to, you know, really start putting our imprint on winning.
Was that just Jalen being Jalen or something you guys didn't do defensively?
I mean, it's a mix of both. I mean, he hit some tough shots, you know, some really tough shots. But, you know, he's doing it to everybody in the league, you know. It's the other guys. You know, we know Jalen's going to be Jalen. You know, he's going to go off and be the engine to their offense, but we can't let Bridges have 20. We can't let Josh Hart get going. We can't let OG get going. You know, we can't have Mitchell Robinson putting the imprint on the game through energy and hustle plays and things like that. It's the supporting cast that gets them going. Like, Bam did a great job tonight on Karl-Anthony Towns, making them frustrated, not giving them good looks. But it's the supporting cast guys that, and no, it's not a knock on them, me saying supporting cast guys, but it's those guys that we got to, you know, not have them be X factors in the game.
And lastly, how do you turn Kel'el's numbers into winning numbers?
It's a collective, you know. Even if he had 30 and 20, you know, it's not just on him, you know. It's on everybody, you know. It's a team game, you know. Like I said, like for them, like Jalen Brunson had 40 something, almost 50. I don't know if he had 50, but you know, it's the other guys, you know, that help will them to win and make winning plays. So I mean, Kel'el's doing his job. Everybody has to, you know, step up and fill those voids and holes that coaches sees and find that competitive edge, whether the shots are going in, whether it's your night or not. You know, we got to continue to put an imprint on winning. I mean, we're a young team and we're figuring it out, but we got to hang tough. We got to stay mentally strong, and we got to come together collectively to figure out how we can continue to stack wins like we were doing earlier in the season.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Norm. That's it.
We did come back, and we had it to a 4-point game, I believe, and you know, that's when they had the loose ball 3, and then the series of things from that point. What you have to respect about the Knicks, you have to put them away every single possession. You can't leave anything to chance with that team ever. That's what they do. What they have is a will to win. All right, that's what we are developing, and we are going to get there. A collective will to win, because we played the game well in certain stretches, but there has to be a competition level where it's a competitive will to win, to overcome those things. They do it time and time again. It's not just us. It's a shot clock threes at the buzzer. That's what they do. Even if it's 35 feet and on the run or a loose ball, you know, they have 3 of them in the game. One, we're up 10 in the second quarter. Loose ball on the baseline led to a Brunson 3. And then all of a sudden, before we know it, the game's tied. And then those 2, you know, down the stretch in the fourth quarter. But we are going to get there.
So even with 7 losses on that tape,
I don't care about that. But yeah, I definitely see things, but you know, we're not talking about moral victories or anything like that. We are developing a collective competitive will, and these painful games eventually are going to be wins. We're not happy about the result. We're not trying to just play well and lose at the end. We're developing a competitive collective will. Our guys care in the locker room, but it's got to be another level. It's not enough. It's got to be more. This league is you know,
a savage league. It's survival of the competitive toughest, and that's where we're going to get.
You guys are third, fifth in three-point defense in the league, but 10 to 15 by the Celtics.
It's got to be more. Yeah, I mean, every game, it's, it could be some different. Tonight they had, shots while we were there, so other than Bridges in the first half, I thought he shook free for some transition threes. Brunson's threes, were there. If they're making them, what it requires is more. You don't know what it requires until you get the stop, and we're going to get there.
And how do you turn Kel'el Ware into wins also with the numbers he's putting up and the performance?
It's just got to be a collective deal. I like the things that he's doing. I know everybody, on the outside will just notice the stats, but he's doing winning things, and it's not always just about the stats. But he's come a long way. He's improving. I want him to play with confidence. There's some tough, nuanced stuff. When you're guarding, Josh Hart. Was a great cutter and tracks down loose balls and all that stuff. But Kel'el is improving, vastly.
And Brunson, you spoke about him with the World Cup and what you discussed about him. Are there just nights when he just is in that zone, and no matter what schemes you throw there, he's going to be him?
No, I don't. What I do know about Jalen Brunson is he's an incredible competitor, right? And so if you want to beat a great competitor, you have to do above and beyond. It is possible, but you can't just play well, and you can't just compete well. You can't just be there. You got to put him away. You got to put possessions away. And he's going to put his imprint on it. That's what great players do. He has a great knack for it. He's relentless, and that's where we're going to get to. I'm not even thinking about that. I don't know how many threes they make. Brunson? What did he do? There's things that we need to do to get over the top. We did a lot of things well. It's just going to have to be above and beyond. Okay.